It is once again time for Hoops League basketball primetime action here on Hoops League TV. I'm Cyclops Inc. I'm joined in the booth today by Toppy 2003, and I am so excited to be bringing you this production as we see the San Antonio Sheriffs just a couple games after they fired their head coach, a couple games since Anthony King came back from injury, visiting the LA Stars. Well, Coffee, this is going to be a great game, of course, if for no other reason than that we get to see two of the greatest scorers in the game today go head-to-head. Anthony King and Poland Strong. You know these two guys can fill it up. We saw them actually fill it up pretty recently in the playoffs, of course, last season. Not against each other, but they both put up big numbers. So, with that in mind, obviously the key to the game is going to be which one of them can fill it up compared to the other. Who do you have with the advantage in this one, based on sheer scoring alone?
Yeah, I mean, based off sheer scoring alone, I think you have to go with LA here. I mean, you got the team captain, Poland Strong here, and LA is shooting 47.2% from three. I know San Antonio, they're getting that boost from their post-coach firing, but I just think you have to go with the trusted LA team who's shown us all season that they've been elite at scoring, they've been elite at playing the game of basketball, and I think they do it once again here tonight.
And of course, LA coming off a dominant win over San Diego in their last one, a 91-66 drubbing of the surf. And San Antonio has built some momentum recently. They've won a couple of games since firing Thiago Torres. Last time out, it was a 74-69 win over Miami. Maybe not the most impressive win in the world, but obviously better be putting games in the win column than losses. You know, with this little sample size post firing, do you feel like San Antonio has turned a corner? Do you think they can really compete with the LAs of the world, or given the fact that their wins have been against DC and Miami twice, do you think that this is more of a kind of little fluke and a sample size against some lesser quality teams?
Well, I mean, of course, the sample size is going to be a little bit smaller here, but I, based off what we've seen of San Antonio, I do think that the coaching was really holding back this team. I would go as far to say they are pretty much the real deal. They are a top team, I would say, without their old head coach.
Old Tate, we'll have to see if it works out tonight. With that said, let's take a look at our starting lineups for this game. So we will get back here with the starting lineups. Dev Doja makes his first career start, the rookie, at point guard as the typical point guard Fred Fredericks shifts over to the two. Daryl Stevenson, who to this point has averaged a touch over 12.5 points per game, not active tonight for San Antonio. Apparently a planned rest game here in LA. That'll make things a lot tougher. Anthony King, of course, back in the starting lineup at small forward for the fourth consecutive game after his ankle and back injuries this season. He will be the key, as we discussed. Rakai Seto started at power forward to begin the season, kind of lost that spot to Clement Hamill for some time, lost it to Elijah Smith. They preferred to see him coming off the bench. He's averaged 14.5 points per game nonetheless, and Johnny Bradford, the new head coach, has looked to him recently in that power forward spot. And of course, it's the former LA star, Raihan Rizki, facing off against his former team in this one. For LA, it's Carl Joseph and Poland Strong, same as ever in the backcourt. Jordan Frazier is the three, joined by Jesus James, the former New York Empire and Houston Cosmo, at the four. And Justin James is the man in the middle. It's San Antonio, it's Los Angeles, and it is the Hoops League on Hoops League TV. We are excited to bring it to you here tonight. Showtime Stadium in Los Angeles, California.
Ooh.
The tip-off here won by LA. Carl Joseph will take it right away and give to Strong, and a little floater from him's no good. Interesting to see him miss the mid-range. That is usually very easy for Strong. Meanwhile, Anthony King will get us started with a three from the wing.
Lashes that off the wing right there, nothing but net.
Joseph the other way. Strong, another quick mid-range jumper. He'll knock that one down. Well, Fred Fredericks playing at shooting guard is not the best defender in the league, and as King will knock down another three from the wing, it could make a difference, Coffee, that Stevenson, who is a decent defender, not tremendous, but decent, is not playing at the 2 for San Antonio in this one.
Yeah, I mean, this is already going to be an offensive shootout. We knew that, but Stevenson not being there, it just might be even more scored for LA here.
And it's Justin
Not that
James.
time, though.
Yeah, maybe not the best shot. King, meanwhile, oh my goodness, how did that go?
Ooh.
Hook shot from the elbow. Well, he was double teamed, and he has scored 8 points inside of the first minute here for San Antonio. Pardon. That one again, no good. Dev Doja will take it the other way as Rizky grabbed the board. Inside to Fredericks. Layup from him is good. San Antonio is up 10-2 here in the first minute. And this crowd in LA can't believe it. Strong. Is that a 3? Yes, it is. Well, it'll probably be the first of many as Poland Strong goes to work on Fredericks. Knocks that one down from the pivot point there. Fredericks at the other end working on Strong. Will take a 3 of his own. That's good! Fred Fredericks laces one from downtown. Not a guy who you expect to provide a lot of his own offense for you, but he's got 5 points in this one. He's averaging just about 7.5 on the season, also 7.5 assists. Joseph faces the double team and puts it in anyway. Tough shot there. Dev Doja gave him a good contest, but did not matter. Doja to Seto. He faces a double team, and that one gets the kind roll. Boy, San Antonio has yet to miss a shot. 15-7 with just under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Justin James at the other end will lay that one in. And Copy, it sure looks like we are in for a shootout in this one
Yeah,
so far as Fredericks will knock down another one.
wow.
My goodness.
They're just going back and forth right now. San Antonio's on fire.
8 points for Fred Fredericks. Worth noting his career high is 20. Good chance to beat that tonight if this keeps up. Jordan Frazier, the former Portland Rose, will kick to Strong corner 3. Not enough coverage at all. And he makes Fred Fredericks pay. Wait, maybe it's the Fred Fredericks versus Poland Strong battle we should be talking about in this one. Fredericks up top. Little two-man game with Risky. Got it into the paint for him, and too easy. 2 points for San Antonio as Risky throws it down against his former team. Carl Joseph at the other end. He will run the two-man game. Oh, great set of moves. And he goes to work on Risky, lays that one in. San Antonio will call timeout. And we'll see some changes here as Leo Lyon comes into the game for the first time. Doja, that's a wing 3, and it's the first miss of the game, if I am correct, from San Antonio. Strong collected the board on that one as we dip under the 2-minute mark. A deep 2 from Strong. Boy, he just makes it look so easy on offense. Copy.
Yeah, Strong is just on fire right now. And King with another 3 all the way from downtown. King finally warming up into this game after the hot start he had.
11 points from him. He and Fredericks have combined for 19 of 23, but Strong has 12 of LA's 18. The Stars showing up tonight. Hamill down low. And then back out top to Dozier. Then again to Hamill. That one was blocked. Finally, some defense as Jesus James recovers to stifle that effort. Strong, a little lay-in. It's good. 14 points and now a 3-point game as King will knock down another one. Timeout LA. They have no answers for San Antonio and Anthony King on that side of the ball right now, but can't beat you when he's on the bench. He's going to step off the floor here, actually, as Elijah Smith will come into the game. Here's Briuk Massacard, and then Nathan Korst, and then Zachariah. Oh, what a thunderous block that was by Francis Davidson. Elijah Smith will recover. It was Leo Lyon who had it initially, and now Seto. He'll take a 3. He got it! 29 points in the first quarter from San Antonio, and we've still got just under a minute to play. My goodness. LA getting torched on defense. Korst. Ross, oh my goodness, what a lob! Sakuragi snuck behind Hamill on the back door and jumped over him to throw that one down. 29-22 here. Seto, another land. 7 points from him. Massacard with 30 seconds to go. That one is tipped by Lion, but Massacard recovers it and takes it to the rack himself. A complete possession from Brieuc Massacard. Now about a 13-second difference between shot and game clock. Elijah Smith tries to go for the 2-for-1, and it clanks off back iron. Massacard, and then to Rosario, and that one no good. Hamill rebounds. Shot clock turned off. Seto will pull the corner three anyway and knock it down. 34 first quarter points. We could be looking at a record-breaking performance if this keeps up from San Antonio. At the other end, Rosario will miss it. Hamill rebounds. Seto to beat the horn did not. 34-24. It ends after one. Copy. This was an offensive masterclass from San Antonio, and LA is lucky, in my opinion at least, to only be down 10.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. It felt like San Antonio couldn't miss out there, and even when Anthony King came out of the game right there, you had Seto just scoring every single bucket out there. So I don't know how LA is gonna stop this offensive pressure and how they're gonna keep up offensively in general.
Well, they will need a big performance from Poland Stronk and company. He had 14 in the first quarter, but sees his team down 10. Second quarter coming to you in just a moment. So we welcome you back here for the beginning of the second quarter. San Antonio, the visitors, with a surprising 10-point advantage on the scoreboard, and they're looking to add to that right away as Elijah Smith will miss that three. It took a bad hop and heads out of bounds. Brieuc Massacard, formerly in Miami and Chicago, now with LA. Adrian Russell missing that three. He signed with LA in the offseason, came over from DC previously, started his career in St. Louis. And Seto, oh wow, miscommunication on our first turnover of the game. Elijah Smith flings that one out of bounds. Not sure who that pass was going to. I think that may be the first two-possession stretch where both teams haven't scored all game, but it'll end right here as Hawk Rosario will knock down the wing mid-range jumper. Seto, and that might be his first miss of the game. Well, no, he missed that three-pointer. It might be his first miss from inside the line of the game. Oh, and an offensive foul called here as Nathan Korst backing down on Francis Davidson will get whistled, so maybe a bit of let up in this offensive downpour so far, as Hamill will miss that one as well. Hanamichi Sakuragi, the league's all-time leader in turnovers, will grab that rebound. And Russell will get to the rack there. Seems like, Copy, that LA is kind of looking more to the interior with Stronk and Joseph off the floor. You think that's the right approach?
I mean, if you can't get, the level of ability that San Antonio has shooting from outside, you got to go inside. As he pulls up for a three right there and he misses. I like the interior approach.
Well, it was about as wide open of a three as you could ask for there from Massacard, but just didn't go. Rebounded there off the Rakai Seto miss, and there's the interior approach again as Sakuragi snakes his way into the paint. He's got 4 points and 3 rebounds early here. Elijah Smith back out top to Lion, and then a good feed inside. Seto got good interior position. He's got 12 points, cooled off a bit since that hot start, but still 12 points, and he's still got his Sheriffs up by 6. That one poked out of the hand of Massacard. He got it back, though, and lays it in. LA looking good out of this first quarter break. San Antonio a bit stagnant. Elijah Smith going to try and change that, and that layup rolls off. Rosario got it to Massacard. And then to Russell. That's a good-looking three, and it will go, and San Antonio will call timeout. A 10-point game has become a 1-point game in a matter of 2.5 minutes. And perhaps wisely, they'll get Fredericks and King back out on the floor after the struggles. Leo Lyon will pull up on a three there, and that actually hops over the backboard and out of bounds. And Rakai Seto, very brief break there, only sat for about 4 seconds before he got called back into this game. Here is Strong, who checked back in at that break, and he'll immediately knock down another jumper, and LA has its first lead of the game. Leo Lyon missed that one. San Antonio just can't get anything to go offensively right now. And Carl Joseph will reset this one for LA. There's Strong. That's a deep three. Well, you almost expect him to make those. He missed it, but nonetheless, Jesus James on cleanup duty. And LA on a 15-2 run in this quarter, but there we go for San Antonio. Something goes. Leo Lyon able to slow the momentum. And we're tied at 39 apiece. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Carl Joseph, fadeaway three-pointer. That's a tough look. No good. Fredericks rebounds it. And then Fredericks will have that ball tipped, and Strong ends up with it. It was Carl Joseph who got the deflection. And Strong in transition will knock down a three. Wow, how about that play copy to keep his momentum and shoot the three while falling into the inside of the arc.
That's an amazing shot by Strong there. I mean, no other way to describe it.
Just things we're used to seeing him do. 3-point lead for LA right now, and that's going to become a 5-point. Oh my goodness, how did Justin James miss that one? But he got his own cleaned up after his own miss and tipped it in. And Anthony King will respond with a three. So the nebulous superstars providing here, as King still hasn't missed a three. He's got 17 points on 5 and 5 from downtown, but Strong is up to 21 first half points. Half of all the points San Antonio has scored. King, another three, another bucket. My goodness. Just unstoppable copy from that corner.
Yeah, I mean, San Antonio was looking a little bit stagnant, but once you see King out here giving all these shots, you see them slowly climbing back from a deficit where they were up 10, but now they're climbing back from a lead they lost.
That one missed by Carl Joseph, headed out of bounds. A couple changes here as Dev Doja dishes that one to King. There he is again. That bottom right corner, at some point you got to start sending two. We'll see if LA does end up doing that.
They
C.R.A.
might need to
Austin
triple
there.
him.
Yeah, sure seems like it. C.R.A. Austin there, clearly not enough on his own. And here is Austin, the Quality University private. Over to Strong in the corner. Speaking of somebody who needs a triple, Pulling Strong gives San Antonio another triple. And they trade leads for the 6th time this quarter. King, another three. Got it again. And San Antonio up by 2. That is Anthony King's 7th, or it's his 8th, his 8th three before the half. Holy goodness. Joseph to the rack, faces the double team, then gives out to Dawes, 20, and Dawes will lay that one in. His first bucket of this game. We're tied at 51 with the shot clock turned off here in the first half. Fredericks, makes a move on Strunk and lays it in. 10 first half points from him, but C.R.A. Austin gets to the rack at the other end and is fouled. C.R.A. Austin got pushed by Anthony King, who picks up his first, and with 4 seconds to go in the first half, will have an opportunity to convert on an and one. He cannot. King up ahead. Fredericks, that's a deep 2, and he got it! Oh my goodness, beat the horn! And so San Antonio will head into the break with a lead, a slimmer lead than the one they had after 1 quarter of action, but nonetheless a 2-point advantage. 55-53 at the break. We'll be back in just a bit with some halftime analysis. We'll welcome you into this halftime show. I'm Cyclops Inc., once again joined by Copy 2003. San Antonio leading 55-53 in a barn burner of a game at the break. They're shooting 61.8% from the field and 61.9% from downtown. They've hit 13 threes. LA has hit 5, and they're shooting 68.6% from the field, although a comparatively meager 45.5% from downtown. Anthony King has 26, Poland Strong has 24. Copy, this game has been everything we hoped it could be and more so far, unless, of course, you were looking for defense.
Yeah, if you were looking for defense in this one, I don't know what to tell you, but I love the offensive masterclass that's been going on here. Anthony King, absolute sniper, going 9 for 9 from the field, 8 of those being 3 pointers. And I mean, both teams are shooting pretty well from the three. San Antonio shooting 61.9% from three at half, which is an amazing number. And it's higher than their field goal percentage by just 0.1, 61.8. So I think LA, they're going to have to stop Anthony King if they want to win this game. I like their approach in the on the interior, trying to go to the glass, but I mean, the phrase, threes are always better than two, so maybe LA's got to get some better 3-point shots here.
Poland Strong obviously provided 4 3-pointers, but actually got half of his points from inside the arc in that first half. Have to wonder if that strategy will change. Let's talk a little bit about the bench, because bench minutes were big time winners for LA in this one. Do you think that this is possible to sustain for San Antonio? Can they win this game if they're relying on King alone?
I mean, it's worked for one half already. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it worked for another.
I
I'll
suppose
tell
I
you
should
that.
give some credit to Fredericks and Seto too, who have been great, but really almost no contribution from the bench for San Antonio. How about for LA? Do you think that it's got to be the bench that wins them this game, or is it going to be a Strunk and Joseph masterclass if they want to win this one?
I think it's just gonna have to be Strong, just taking over like he did in that first half, and just if Strong can do what he has been doing this game and get some more help on the offensive end, I think LA will be able to take this game at home. It's kind of feeling like it's just Strong out there, almost like that's the only guy I'm seeing consistently making these shots.
We will see if he can continue to do that in the second half. Third and fourth quarters are coming to you after the break. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Primetime presentation of Hoops League TV. So we welcome you back here for the start of the second half. Let's hope it will be equally exciting, if not more so, although that'd be tough, to the first. King, oh wow. Unbelievable. He actually can miss. Misses a three from the wing. Strong at the other end will tie the game up right away with a deep two. 55 even now. There's King launching again, and this one he makes no mistake on. Rattles all around the rim and in. He's got 29 points, and that is his 9th 3-pointer of the game. Joseph to Justin James to Jesus James. Great ball movement from LA, and Jesus James will lay that one in. Fredericks, corner three, bangs it home. How about Fred Fredericks having really the best game we have seen from him all season? 15 points. As I said, his career high is 20. Jesus James, back out to Joseph, and then to James. That one was blocked by Risky. A little bit of defense from San Antonio. Dev Doja, who, by the way, as a reminder, making his first start, been racking up the assists. He'll get another one there as Seto will knock that one down, and San Antonio's lead of 6 is as big as it's been since the beginning of the second quarter. Strong nails the three. Well, there it is, Copy. That's the play that LA needs to make more of to stay in this game.
Yeah, they just need more Strong plays, less giving up 3-pointers.
Doesn't give up that one as Seto misses. Carl Joseph rebounds. And then Strong will try and tie it up, and he does. Poland Strong up to 32 points on the game now. It's 63 apiece between these two, and we have another tie. And now another lead changes. Anthony King will go knock down a three. That's his 10th of the game. And we're only in the third quarter. 32 points apiece for King and Strong. This heavyweight bout really coming through. And San Antonio at 9 and 18 giving LA all they can handle. That one laid in by Frazier, his first bucket of the game. Jordan Frazier, a contributor to many. Oh my goodness! How about Reinhard Rizky contributing to the paint with a throwdown there on Jesus James? That was some barbecue chicken down low. Justin James will opt for the maybe classier layup there. Back to Jordan Frazier, acquired at the trade deadline last season by LA, didn't help them get out of the first round, unfortunately, but a guy who has seen a lot of playoff runs with Portland, as Justin James will lay that one in, and he got pushed by Raihan Rizky, his first foul, so a chance to tie the game up here with the and one, and he will do just that. 9 points from Justin James. Really not that much of a scorer. But then again, neither is Fred Fredericks, and look at how he is playing today. My goodness, Fred Fredericks stepping up big time in the absence of Daryl Stevenson. We've hardly had to mention his name tonight, Copy. I mean, it has looked like they are not missing a beat offensively without their second leading scorer.
It's Fred Fredericks. He only averages like around 6 points per game, so 18 is insane from Fred Fredericks. Let me tell you that.
That one he will miss, though. Finally cools off a bit. Stronk working on Fredericks at the other end. The ISO matchup takes the three. No. Risky will grab that board. Shuffled it up ahead to King, and there's another one from Anthony King. 76-70. And Anthony King has 35 of those 76 points. Simply phenomenal. 92% from downtown today. Adrian Russell will try to respond. He cannot. Hopped out of bounds there. And we will see a couple substitutions as King actually will take a seat before the start of the fourth quarter. Maybe they want to give him a break for the stretch run. Seto, deep three. Yes, sir! So it feels like, Copy, even when King is sitting, Rakai Seto is there to pick up the slack. You said that in the first half. Clearly, it is the case again in the second.
Yeah, Seto just takes over whenever King is there, and whenever you add Fredericks into a 3-point mix, it's just an unstoppable duo of guys that are always out there for San Antonio.
And that is the reason they have a 9-point lead. Looking to expand on it on this possession. Great feed by Seto, who shows he can pass as well as he can shoot. And for the first time since the second quarter, San Antonio is up by double digits. Not the direction, frankly, I thought this game was going in, Copy, after that second quarter, as Massacard will get fouled there and head to the line. But really, it did seem like LA had the momentum.
Yeah, I mean, just San Antonio, they got that first quarter performance there, and they're like, man, we should do that again in the third, and that's just what they've been doing.
We'll see if LA comes back with a strong fourth quarter. Now, 10-point game as Massacard goes 1 for 2 at the line. Clement Hamill will lay that one in his first bucket of the game. And Massacard will give to Dawes 20. That one contested, but still able to get it to go. 4 points from Dawes in this one. Seto, guarded by Sire Austin, looks inside. Hamill, tough shot, got it to go. Now 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. San Antonio is sporting a 12-point advantage. Rosario will take a three and knock it down. So LA getting some contributions from beyond the arc from their bench guys, something we talked about as a point of emphasis at the half. Rosario had missed his first two from downtown. He'll get that one to go. Here's Seto. In and out. And that one rebounded by Austin. About a 11-second difference here between the shot and game clock. Rosario will try the 2-for-1 and knock it down. So a 7-point game as Hawk Rosario, always such a reliable fixture on the bench for LA. Oh, how about Rizky? He got it, and he got fouled. Got right to the rack there, and Dawes pushing him from behind. So Rizky will head to the line. And he can't get that one to convert the and one. Shot clock turned off here, 87-78 as we tick down these final seconds of the third. Massacard kicks to the corner. Sire Austin knocks down the three. How about that feed? Double teamed Massacard, able to get it to the corner. And Sire Austin, the rookie, will knock that one down. The full court heave comes up short there, and it's 87-81 after 3 quarters of action. Anthony King, 11 3-pointers, a season high for him. He's got 35. Poland Stronk's got 32. And Copy, it seems like we are 5 minutes away from another thrilling finish in this one.
Yeah, it seems that we are. I mean, LA got that last second three, that'll help build momentum into the fourth here. I can't wait to see Strong take over this fourth quarter, I'll tell you that.
So is that your prediction? Let's lock it in. Are you predicting a strong takeover and an LA win, or some other result?
What I think San Antonio, they're gonna try to play it too slow. You know, they've seen how much like the lead has been changing. They're gonna try to play slow and inside, and they're gonna start missing. And Strong, he's gonna take over. He's gonna be shooting those threes, and he's gonna lead LA back to this win here.
We will see if that's how it works out. Fourth quarter, 5 more minutes of basketball coming to you right after this. Welcoming you back into the booth here for the start of the fourth quarter. Cyclops being joined by Coffee 2003 and LA down by 6 at home to a 9-18 San Antonio squad trying to rally in what has been a back and forth game. Jesus James will knock that one down. And now Dev Doja at the other end. There is Seto. King still not on the floor for San Antonio to start this fourth. Missed there by Seto. LA will head the other way. Massacred. Two-man game with Jesus James. Lost that one again, and again able to lay it in. We've seen that play a couple times from Massacred today. 7 points and 5 assists for him. Seto on the wing. Deep three. Yes, sir! Oh, he chose his matchup and hunted it down against C-Ray Austin there. And a good job by Rikai Seto with 22 points in this one, filling up the offensive void when King is not on the floor. C-Ray Austin to the rack. That's good. 7 points from the rookie, one of his better games this season. Doja, that's a three. Oh, yes! Dev Doja, not known for taking the three, but he'll knock that one down from the wing. Seems like this beyond the arc prolific shooting has just permeated the entire San Antonio roster. Rosario had his foot on the line there, but will knock that one down. So we dip under 4 minutes to go, 93-89. San Antonio leading this one, now 95-89. Raihan Rizki will get into double digits. There's, I believe, now 4 players for San Antonio in double digits today. Massacred that time beyond the arc, working on Leo Lyon. LA not going away here. San Antonio trying to do what really would have seemed unthinkable a couple weeks ago, going into LA and winning, and they are making it a very possible reality here as Rikai Seto will knock down another one. 25 points from him. Dawes, and then Massacred, and then Dawes, it was poked away, and they say Loslevin was the one who last had his hands on it. So now King, Strunk, and Joseph come in for San Antonio and Los Angeles, respectively. That one was tipped away. Leo Lyon will take it coast to coast and lay it in, and San Antonio has crossed the century mark. 192, under 3 minutes to go. Strunk can't hit the mid-range jumper. Loslevin to King. And Anthony King, who's been as hot as they can get today. Back out to Rizky. He's going to take a three. Wow. Maybe not the best shot there, and LA will end up with the predictable rebound. Joseph, who's actually been pretty quiet today, will give to Strunk. Working on Leo Lyon, three-pointer. Yes, sir! Poland Strunk hunts a matchup, knocks it down, and Copy, they've got to play better defense than that.
They do, and you're gonna see Strong heating up here. At least that's what I think.
Pretty easy prediction to make. Anthony King, meanwhile, trying to not even give him an opportunity, will knock down another one. That's his 12th three-pointer of the game. I mean, they got to defend him better.
They got to defend everybody on San Antonio better.
No doubt. Those San Antonio women's are probably quite happy today. Fred Fredericks will rebound that one off of C-Ray Austin miss. Leo Lyon to Riley Loslevin. And then back to Lyon, another two-man game. Great job there by Dawes to poke that one away. Would have been an easy layup. And now a couple of changes as Doja will come back into the game with Seto, and oh, Doja off the inbound. Got underneath the basket and threw it down. Always nice when your point guard can dunk. And now San Antonio with a 10-point lead as we dip under the 2-minute mark. How about Dev Doja with 16 assists in his first career start? Jordan Frazier to the rack. We'll lay that one in. 105-97. A minute 40 in this one. Fredericks out to Doja. And then down low to Rizky. That one was blocked by Justin James. Good interior defense. And now LA will try and turn it into 2 or 3 points on the other end. Frazier a three, no. But the rebound by Justin James, and he gets it to a wide open Carl Joseph, who will knock that one down. Only his third bucket of the game, but it makes it a 2-possession game. Seto kicks out to King, trying for a three. Yes, sir! Big time bucket to make it a 9-point game once again. Anthony King, unbelievable numbers today. 41 points from him. Justin James, Carl Joseph, and then Jesus James, and the mid-range jumper will go. 59.5 to go. LA still down by 3 possessions, a 7-point game. King, mid-range, no. And maybe not the best decision to go quick there, Copy.
Yeah, you definitely want to try to slow it down, especially when you have this much of a lead, in such little time.
Olin Strong will take every opportunity he can get, and he takes that one right at the rim. Another quick shot from San Antonio, and another miss by King. Well, I get the approach to try and put the nail in the coffin, but really feels like they should take the air out of the ball a bit here. Strong, little short jumper, yes sir, and now it's a 3-point game with 29.3 to go. So LA has to get a stop here. Fredericks working on Strong, gives to Seto, then back to Fredericks, and then to Seto again, back and away. Oh, it was blocked by Jesus James. Timeout LA as Joseph got the rebound. 4.5 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Strong and Joseph here, the man you look to. Here is Strong. 3-point game. Joseph back to Strong for the tie. Oh, yeah. Timeout San Antonio. It's a tie game with 6.8 to go. 42 from Strong as he ties it up there. Doja, 4 seconds. Doja, San Antonio can't set up the offense. Doja has to hoist it, and it's no good. And we have more basketball coming to you. 108 to 108 after regulation. This game just keeps giving. San Antonio and LA tied after 4 quarters of basketball, and Copy, what an ending to that one we just saw.
I mean, what a, comeback by LA there in that fourth quarter. I mean, you just saw, San Antonio just firing up so many quick shots, with such little time, and that really bit them in the butt at the end, especially with that last strong three-pointer that's gonna send this to overtime. I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I mean, what a finish. And San Antonio really, it seemed like they had this game all game long. They have been mostly in control. LA obviously took the lead a couple times, but San Antonio always seemed to have a rejoinder. I thought they had that one in the bag heading down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you think you have the game in hand, and then you got a guy like Poland Strong does a complete 180 on you.
He does. 42 points from him, 41 from King, and that's only in regulation. We got extra basketball, 2 minutes of it coming to you after the break. So we welcome you here to the start of overtime. Tip-off won by Rizky for San Antonio, and Doja will get us started. Looks to Fredericks. Fredericks into the paint. Rizky kicks out King. 3-pointer. You betcha. That's Anthony King for you today. He's up to 44. And we have not had a 50-point scorer in this season yet. The league record, 57 from Sham Morant last season. We'll see if the 50-point threshold can be crossed here. Strong, well defended by Fredericks, unable to get that one to go. And now San Antonio with the rebound. Doja looks to Seto. He got it, and he got fouled. Great feed by Doja on the backdoor cut, and a chance for a 3-point play. 27 from Rakai Seto. Misses the and one free throw, though. So still a 5-point game. Carl Joseph looking for Jesus James, couldn't get it to him. Now waits for the shot clock to run down, gives to Strong. His three is no good. Rebound tipped and collected by Jesus James. Justin James got a finger on it. Nearing the 1-minute threshold here in overtime. Jordan Frazier will knock down the three. And just when it seemed like San Antonio might be able to pull away a bit with a stop, the offensive rebound turns into a three. Now we are at 1 minute to go. Fredericks. Step back 3-pointer. Oh, yeah! Fred Fredericks! How about that move on Poland Strong? Wow, Copy, what a move!
Fred Frederick might have just won it for San Antonio. Oh my goodness, what a shot. Oh my.
5-point game, still time for LA to come back, but they needed that one, and Jordan Frazier couldn't get it for him. 116 to 111, and now it looks like we will see San Antonio take the air out of the basketball a little bit. 33 seconds to go. The clock getting chewed up here. Rizky forced to hoist up another three. That one predictably no good. Joseph rebounds, and Carl Joseph into the paint to Strunk. He will throw that one down. So a 3-point game and an 8-second difference between the shot and game clock. Still opportunity for LA, but they have to get a stop on this possession. Anthony King, deep two. Yes, sir! And now LA calls a timeout. 46 points from King. LA down by 5. This one going to be tough for them to pull out, but never say never. Joseph gives to Strunk. Strunk working on Fredericks. Time running off the clock. Strunk misses the 3. Rebound King. And the foul issued. San Antonio in the bonus with 6.1 seconds to go. King heads to the line, will knock down the first, make it a 6-point game, but this is the critical one, as it would make it 7, and a 3-possession game, and it does! And that should all but do it here. Strong, quick fire 3 will knock it down. 3 seconds to go. 120 to 116. San Antonio will inbound, and King got the ball at the other end, fouled with 1.8 seconds to go. So here is his chance to crack 50. If he makes them both, he got the first. And he does it. A 50-point game from Anthony King. And with 1.8 seconds to go, Joseph will hoist up the miracle heave. No good, wouldn't be worth 6 points anyway. And that will do it. 122 to 116. San Antonio having lost and regained and lost and regained and lost and finally regained the lead. They hold it. And Anthony King's record-breaking 14 3-pointers and a 50-point game is all San Antonio needs and then some to get across the finish line in overtime. How about that game, Copy?
An amazing game by Anthony King. I mean, you can't really ask for much better, right? I mean, thriller overtime win, an amazing watch, an amazing game. I don't know.
Absolutely, and 50 points from him, 47 from Poland Strong on the other end. I mean, if you're LA, you did about as much as you could offensively in this one, but at the end of the day, what are you going to do about a guy who scores 50 points?
Yeah, I mean, nothing much you can do except try to outscore him, but just couldn't do it in overtime.
Couldn't play better defense either. So we'll look at the team stats here. What jumps out to you in the box score from this one?
What jumps out to me is that San Antonio 3-point percentage is ridiculous. I mean, 63% from 3, 26 made threes compared to LA's 14. I mean, it's not a perfect night of 3-point shooting, but it's a pretty amazing night of 3-point shooting.
And LA had a slight advantage on the glass. They got 3 more offensive rebounds than San Antonio, who got none. They put up 3 more shots, but it's just a math problem. Like you said, 3's greater than 2, and we really saw that come to fruition for San Antonio and LA tonight.
Yeah, we sure did. We sure did see that.
Take a quick look at the individual box score as well. It was obviously a tremendous night for the Stars, King and Strong, but a couple other efforts worth highlighting. Bayuk Mastercard, 10 points and 7 assists off the bench for LA. Carl Joseph didn't have his best night scoring-wise, but 20 assists. That is not something we've seen from him before, but something you don't see from many players in this league. Otherwise, for LA, nobody in double digits. It was really the Strong show tonight. For San Antonio, a completely different story. 21 from Fred Fredericks, a career high for him. 50, obviously, from King. 27 from Seto, and even 10 from Raihan Rizky. An all-around very impressive effort. Plus 18 from Dev Doja in the assist column. Very impressive for a first start. And Copy, it's worth remembering, this is a team without Daryl Stevenson tonight, without their second leading scorer. And they go out and do this. So as we kind of move past this game and look towards the future, do you buy now that San Antonio, following this win, has turned a corner with Johnny Bradford at the helm? They're now 4-2 with him in charge. They were 6-16 without him. Are you convinced?
I mean, after you see a performance like this one against a team like LA, a top tier team who has a guy like Poland Strong, this offensive masterclass, I don't know what he's got San Antonio, what type of drills he's got him doing, but seeing this performance without their second leading scorer, Stevenson, I would love to see how this team fits with Stevenson. I believe they're the real deal 100%, especially after seeing the game that these guys have had. Maybe not, they're not going to maintain this level of offensive scoring ability, but
That would be tough.
if they could keep somewhat like 80-70%, I could see this being a very dangerous team. And, they just showed it tonight with the best of their ability.
San Antonio is at Vancouver, a team in that mix for the lower seeds in the playoff picture in the West. That will be one to watch. They go to British Columbia to play that one. Previously visited there this season, and they won 94-87. For LA, obviously a disheartening loss. One that you can take. You're still 16-11 now, but it really does seem like LA was a team most people thought was going to be incredibly dominant this season. A lot of hype around Poland Strong, obviously, the transition to Hoopland from Hoop League Tactics. But we've seen them now in the past few games. They lost one on the road to Miami. They had no business losing. Obviously didn't start all their best guys, but nonetheless, they lost humiliatingly to San Francisco. 26-point loss in that one. Those games are both on the road. Then you come back and you lose this one to a San Antonio team without Daryl Stevenson. Obviously had a ridiculous night from the field, but that's partially a function of your defense. So my question is this, Copy. How concerned are you about this LA Stars team?
Putting aside all the previous, previous hype, all the previous matchups, you got to remember they still, with Anthony King having basically a perfect night and Fredericks, ignoring it San Antonio. Just if you look at it, San Antonio played the best possible basketball they could, and LA still had to go into overtime. And LA still, they lost the game, but it was still only a 6-point loss in overtime to a 50-point night and an 18-assist night from Doja. So I might have some concern, but it's not to the level I think most people would have it at. If I had it at a 10, I would put it around like a 4 range. They showed us tonight, even with this loss, that they are still an offensively competent team. It's just the defensive worries that you kind of mentioned. But I'd say it's like a 4 or 5, worry for me.
Well, maybe something to look ahead to at the trade deadline. Something that they could resolve. Pick up somebody on defense. They do say defense wins championships. 122-116 is our final in this one. San Antonio visits LA and takes down one of the best teams in the West. Johnny Bradford now a 4-2 record in charge of San Antonio. Strong had 47, but Anthony King had 50, and that was more than enough for his Sheriffs. That's going to conclude it for this primetime presentation of Hoops League TV. I'm Cyclops Inc. Copy 2003 joined me in the booth today as the color commentator. Quality Game is the creator of Hoopland. And thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast on Hoops League TV. We'll see you around next time on Hoops League TV Prime Time.